Hi again, YouTube. Sorry about that. I should have had. My PC just decided to freeze. So we're going to look at Windows XP that I had already installed. We'll see what that looks like. Okay, so we'll move on to VirtualBox just now, and we will double click on Windows XP. Windows XP is an older operating system that I've been used to using for years now. Years I've been used to using. It's a great operating system to use. It's one of the cleanest ones to use. So this is XP, right? So we've got 5 accounts. One is just. Sorry about the delay there, guys. Now this is an older operating system, so it wouldn't work as efficiently. Sorry about the error there, guys, but so it wouldn't work as efficiently as Windows 10 does. Windows 10 was a great operating system. Sorry. XP was good at the time. So if you wanted to find out your IP address or whatever like that on the, so we'll go IP Windows IP, right? Or if you wanted to find out a lot about it, config. So all that, right? So come up the host name, primary suffix, node type. So come up all sorts for XP. XP was a great operating system. I used to love using it as part of the. Windows XP was probably one of the first operating systems I had used when my father got a PC, and it had all kind of stuff on it. So that's all your kind of stuff here. Your like your media player, your Messenger, Windows Live Messenger, your movie maker, which was great. That was a great piece of software to use. Explorer games. That was the games you got. What was my favourite? Always was. No firewalls turned on, so that's expected. So that's XP for you guys. XP was a great operating system. And it just works the same way as it would work normally now. I mean, obviously nobody supports it now, so you can switch user. You can just off. That was always the kind of thing you used to log off when you were in school. You used to log off and then log back in, Control Alt Delete. Now it's not that kind of system anymore. It's just click and go with the Windows 10 operating systems. So you just your computer may be at risk. It's fine. It's just part and parcel of VB because it's a virtual image and it's not supported because it's just used for general purposes. I liked using it because it was simple and easy to use. It was so we'll turn that off now, okay? And we'll jump over to an older operating system that I used to use years ago. Probably the second operating system that I used, maybe first, I can't remember exactly. But this was an older operating system. This is Windows 98. Okay. Windows 98 was always an operating system I liked to use. It was way ahead of its time. So we will so this is Windows 98. Windows 98 was a fantastic operating system. You had like Topsy and Tim that you played with. Man, would know about that. But Windows 98 was probably the pinnacle of what Windows is today. Windows has evolved significantly, and it's quite revolutionary when you go through the different, when you go through the different operating systems you've had. I'm going back. You had Windows 1, or even before that, you had Windows MS-DOS. You had Windows 1, Windows 3.1. You had Windows 95, 98, 2000, 2000 MT, XP, Vista, 7, 8, 8.1 and 10. So it's quite revolutionary how it went from one thing to another, and it's still basically the same kind of procedure. So it's still the same. I still believe it's still a good operating system for good. See, it doesn't recognise the CMD, so yeah, there we go. Don't have the shortcuts then. So you go ipconfig. If it comes up that, it's kind of slower because it's an older operating system, but it comes up the IP address and it's kind of, it's like I said, it's an older operating system now, so nobody uses it as often. If not at all. Probably maybe foreign countries like, Africa and stuff like that, they might use it because they're less fortunate than us. But yeah, that's XP and 98 in a nutshell, basically. Nobody uses them. I used to like using them. So it was good to... The control panel was very, very old-fashioned. It was kind of slow modems. You had to do the dial-up connection. You had to do this. That's all it was just so ahead of its time at that point. Sounds were just me, so you played them. Asterisk, that was always the don't. Exclamation. Question. It's the same pretty much. That was the startup of Windows 98. I liked how Windows 98 worked because you had the older kind of mouse. You had the trackball, so you had to kind of track it. It's kind of nifty. And you didn't have the USB connections for the... You didn't have the USB connections for the keyboard and mouses. You had the old green and purple, I think it was, PS2 connectors. So that's how you connected up the mouse and keyboards at that time. And for the monitors, you had the old cathode ray tube, which was the big box things. It used to have the big canisters at the back, which were good. They were good at the time. But now, as you can see, from 98, to from 98 to 2000, from Windows 98 to 2020, it's a big leap because you've got Windows 10 now and nobody really thinks anything of it now. So you've got everything that you need on Windows 98. So I hope this is worth, revisiting. I enjoyed using the two operating systems. They were great for the time. Windows 2000 had a flaw, if I remember correctly. The flaw that Windows 2000 had was that when you pressed cancel without putting a password in a few times, it would bypass that security system. It would log in, and you'd be able to do anything you would want. But from these standards now, you don't have that privilege because Windows 10 is strictly on password protection. Because you've got the Data Protection Act, you've got the GDPR, you've got the Misuse Act, you've got every single act in place now that people would want to, emphasise that it's just not acceptable to hack into PCs now. So that's the flaw that Windows 2000 had. 98 didn't really have much of a flaw because it was kind of getting to the 2000 stage. Because 98 didn't last long. It was 98, then it was 2000. Then I think it was Windows 2000 MT or Me, so it was called. But then you've got different versions of Windows now. You've got the Windows 10 Professional, Windows 10 Home, Windows 10 Enterprise, and Windows 10 Ultimate, I think. So that's the kind of basis of Windows now. There's so many utilities that people don't understand. So if you were needing a book on Windows 10, you could either go with this one. It's called Windows 10 in Easy Steps. Great book. Shows you all the different kind of troubleshooting, all that kind of thing. So you get that one. And you've got the one too. Yeah, so I've got these books that are relevant. Another book that I would say would find useful if you want to look into, very older operating systems, how you bypass security and stuff. Now, if I get these three, I've got two copies. I've got one. Yeah, I've got one there and I've got one in my hand just now. So it's Windows 7 Administrator's Pocket Consultant. So it just tells you how to troubleshoot, how to do certain things. It's good. It's a good book. Got it free from the library in college. College were giving them away for free, so I picked them up. If you wanted to study HTML and CSS, then you'd have to go with this book, John Duckett. It is HTML and CSS Design and Build Websites. That is a very good book for what I use for. Okay, that's a good book too. I've got two copies of that. If you want to learn a bit more about JavaScript, same author, but this is how to front-end web development. So this tells you how to construct a website using media queries and so on. So I hope this helps. Yes. So I will need to go just now, so I will speak to you later. Cheerio.